This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get collector grade toys without the collector grade pricing. PrimeToys.net. And be sure to stick around to the end of this video review to get a code you can use at Prime Toys, where you can get 10% off your order of all Transformers products. PrimeToys.net. And I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, it's your friend Don back again with another video review. And as you can see from this guy, we're going to look at the Year of the Goat Masterpiece Soundwave. Again, this is going to be my first Masterpiece figure review, so bear with me on how this goes out. Again, this is, as I mentioned, this is the Year of the Goat version of them. This is a repaint, remolding of the original, which basically made them clear, and that's one of the reasons why I have the buzzsaw in there in his tape deck, excuse me, just to show how clean it is in there, and also so you can see the logo and stuff there of the Decepticon and Year of the Goat symbol there. He's clear, but he's not bad. I mean, everybody complains about how this guy is so clear. As you can see, all this clear bits all through his body, and I'll do my best to try to get as much of it shown on here as I can. And he has the orange bits for some of the grayer pieces from the original, but it's the Masterpiece Soundwave mold, so it's going to be a big bonus for that. It does look really good. He definitely looks like a tape player. You got the left and right up here for like speakers. You got the play, rewind, fast forward button for a tape player. On the side here, you have basically the volume control lever. You like your hookups and stuff here. On the side, you also have the little switch for whichever, and then you have a little detail work on here, which makes it look really, really good for this. I mean, and you also got a little bit here that you could say is a plug-in for a microphone or even a headphones. Or you could have a mic there, headphones up here. Pretty darn cool. Not bad at all. Again, this is the first time I've gotten to use this, my hands on this mold, so it's definitely a plus on this. Now, he comes with a bunch of accessories. Before I get into the transformation on that, he comes with this little clear box, which is, of course, an Energon Cube, which you can do a couple of things with. You basically can take this end off, and he has this other little piece here like this that you can stick on here as well if you wanted to. Or actually, I take it back, it don't stick on there. I was thinking it did, but you can stick in there. But it's good because you can take this piece here, which is an accessory that was used on the show. He basically made his hand into this, but you can stick that in there for storage if you want to, just to keep it so you don't lose it, but it's pretty cool that you can do that. But you have, of course, the Energon Cube. You have this bit here, which it lines up right here with his tape player. You have this bit up here, which is what you lined it up with, but you can just simply plug that in right over the top of that, and it just kind of gives it a little look from like the cartoon where he would display stuff on his chest and that. So that's basically what this is. He has this again, like I mentioned. Then he has the gun of Megatron, which is just like all the others. No real difference other than, of course, got the gold or goldish type paint for the scope and the handle and the stock here, but it's all the same otherwise. But let's go ahead and set these aside. Also, this can store in his tape mode. You have a little peg hole right here, right in there. You have a little peg hole right there, and there's a little peg here where you can take it and just peg that in. So it's a good little bit of storage if you wanted to keep it like that. But I'm just going to keep it aside for the time being. Now, again, you can take the tape player here, and you can, as you see, you hit the top button and it opens up the tape deck where you can take a little buzzsaw here out. But you can stick up to 3 cassettes in here, which is a great plus for that. I'm not going to stick them in here because I got them already in robot mode for the end of this video, but that's a great addition where you can put 3 of them in there and you can have them displayed with like a couple others, so you don't have, instead of having all your minions of Soundwave basically sitting out. You can have 3 of them in here and the other 2 sitting out in front of them or in some other display. But to transform this into robot mode, we start off right here. You'll want to slide this section down. You can raise it up, and then you'll flip all this right here straight back. Line it, basically line it up. It doesn't really peg together, but doesn't really not going to go anywhere because it's so tight. You then flip this back down to basically where it was. You will turn this around, or excuse me, turn it to the side first. You'll reach here on the sides of each of these panels, fold these down, straighten them all the way back out like so. You can actually go ahead if you want to and turn that to line that up all together. Do the same on this side. Pull this bit down, which can be, if you got this pegged in right, it's going to be really tight, so it's going to kind of a stickler to get out. Come on now, work with me here. And that, if you don't have nails to really peg it in there, rotate that back, flip that around like so, and you have those panels back up out of the way. You'll then start back up here at the front. You'll reach right here basically and just pull on the sides here. Okay, come on. There we go. They are pegged in real well. You have a peg here that's pegs in, that keeps it really tight. You have to do the same on this side as well. You'll then rotate these down like so, and like this way as well. You can pull these down to form his legs, rotate them towards the front, pull this out. This is pegged in. We're not really pegged in, but it does attach real well. Fold this down and then just rotate this up forward for his foot. You can then rotate this down. It does have a little peg here. It's going to stick right into that peg hole right there. It lines up really well, keeping it out of the way. The same on this side. Rotate this around. Pull this down. Rotate it around. Flip it forward. Do the same on this side. Peg that up. And here we have him in his, with his legs. Once you have this straightened out, there we go. Which he still ain't. Why is he straightened out? Come on. Ah, that's why. I didn't have the... You're supposed to rotate it down to basically right here in the hinge. I just didn't turn it all the way around. You rotate it like so, and then rotate the legs forward. Forgot to do that part. Then rotate that back. Then here you will slide this whole section to the back. You hear it click. I'm going to back this up. Rotate. Oops. Rotate the forearm around like so. Again, you'll hear it click. Good. It'll peg right in. Can raise your, oh, also forget, flip this panel down on both sides. This guy just doesn't want to stand up straight for some reason on me. That'd be okay. You will then open the panel here. This is of course where his hands are stored. Rotate his hand out. You can close that back up. And this piece here that I mentioned earlier, you have little slots here in his forearm that will peg into and gives you that look to it. That's basically what it is for. We're just going to leave that for the time being. Flip this back to the back. You all pull this off. This of course is his gun. Set that to the side for the time being. You'll rotate this up, rotate it around to the front. Which I apologize, didn't have that on camera on that. Pull this back panel open and rotate this up, which of course is his head. Flip it forward, close that back, and we have Masterpiece Soundwave in robot form, or Year to Go Masterpiece Soundwave in robot mode. And I still don't quite got that lined up right. What is this? There we go. Alright. Soundwave in his robot mode. Not too bad at all. This is, again, I'll rotate this camera up just so I can get this lined up better. Pretty nifty that it is like this. I do, again, this is my first look at a Masterpiece Soundwave. Granted, it is clear. He has all this clear bits for his body armor. Basically, his arms and that up here are all clear. It is kind of, as you can see, distinctive. But he's not that bad. I mean, he's still the same figure. It's still pretty cool that he's got this. And he looks really good. Articulation-wise, his head is on a swivel. You can swivel it around. You can actually swivel with this. So if you want to give it a little bit more, even use these basically like missile pod, which he did kind of use in the cartoon. You can, like that, you know, if you wanted to fire in whatever direction, you could work with that. His arms do swivel around. He does have a swivel here right above the elbow. Have the bend in the elbow, and he has not full finger articulation, but he has the 3R together. He has basically the trigger finger articulated, and the thumb is not articulated either. So all of it, he does have one articulated finger. And the hand does swivel around. He does have the waist swivel, like so. And he has the ratchets here in the legs, which you can work with to do many different poses. Does have the knee bend. He also has the ratchet here in the knee. Which I do believe, I'm not showing the transfer, I didn't do that right. I believe this is the right way he is supposed to be in robot mode. I do apologize for that. Again, this is my first review of a Masterpiece, so I love the ratchets on mine. Just straighten them out, or try to at least. There we go. And he doesn't have really any feet articulation. He does have a little bit of swivel there, but not too shabby for this guy. I mean, it's really not. We can I'll move this out of the way, because you can take Megatron's gun here and you can put it in one hand like so, and he'll grip it pretty good. You even can basically put his trigger finger on Megatron's trigger. You then can take his other gun here, his other accessory here. You pull this apart, and you will pull this down, and pull this out, and here you have his gun, which once you get his other hand out and swivel that out, will peg into his hand. He does have a little slot basically in his hand, basically that oops, got his finger in the way there. Got that little slot there in his hand that these little pegs can peg into, to just give it to where he can hold the gun a little bit better, like so, and then you just kind of fold his hands up on it. So that is really nifty. I do like the way they designed this to fold up and basically put a little bit of storage back here on his back, and also to fill up that little gap that would have been there in the tape deck mode. But that's going to be it for this review of Year of the Goat Masterpiece Soundwave. And we're going to bring in the full set, where you got little Rumble, you got Frenzy, oops, set Frenzy there, you got Ravage, and basically Laserbeak. And you can take Laserbeak or Buzzsaw, and you can kind of set them up on the shoulder if you design it right. There you go. So it does look pretty good of his minions and that. If you had the original, again, with the darker blue color and stuff, it would look better considering my background and everything, but he's still not too bad of a figure. It's a definite cool use of a mold. I do like the Masterpiece Soundwave mold. I have yet to get it. They are reissuing him, I believe in December. A reissue is going to be coming out. I haven't pre-ordered him, mostly because I want to make sure I have the funds. But being Christmas time, and I do have a girl who's turning 9 years old in November, and of course I have 2 little girls for Christmas and stuff. So I want to be sure I have the funds in that for Christmas. So I'm not going to pre-order it, just to be on the safe side. I will get him though eventually. Probably after, maybe after the first of the year, or someone may try and pick him up. But for now, this guy does complement well for Masterpiece figures. Granted, everybody complains he's too orange, he's too yellow, he's too clear. But I like him. It's got him for a decent price. You got all this stuff with him. You got the Energon Cube, you got the chest piece here, and you got the extra little side addition for him as well. So I mean, it's worth it. I do think if you don't have your Masterpiece Soundwave, if you just want to get one for cheap, you can get this guy and be just as good. Though I do kind of wish because we have seen the KO come out with a Masterpiece Rat Bat. I wouldn't mind seeing the same company come out and do a clear, Year of the Goat version of that Rat Bat, just to add to this set. I'm not going to put high hopes on it, but who knows. I mean, I'm sure a customizer could probably even do that if they really wanted to. I have no idea how you would do that, but there again. But that being said, guys, this is going to be the end for this video review. And as always, please like, comment, and share this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. I am right at the verge again of hitting 200 subscribers, so if you guys could help me get to that 200 mark, I would be very much appreciated by the end of this year. And be sure to check out primetoys.net, where you can get collector grade toys without the collector grade pricing. And sadly, I can say you cannot pick this guy up from there. He did have the Takara version of Soundwave, where he had just the laser beak, but it's sold out right now. So, and I do not know if he's going to be getting that back in stock, or if he's going to get the reissue or not. I have no idea on that. But check him out. And when you go to checkout, type in the code transmissions at checkout, and you can get 10% off your order of any Transformers products that are in stock. Also, because of that, check out also sponsored by Prime Toys, the Transmissions podcast, who was actually sponsored before me, and without them we wouldn't have that code to be used, where they are a podcast, actually the best podcast in my book of Transformers news. We can find out anything about Transformers, comics, toys, conventions, pop culture, you name it, they talk about it. So that being said, guys, this is Donbot saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.